Assalamualaikum student, welcome to the e-classes of Sufa English High School. This is Shazia Khan, subject teacher of SST. Today I am going to teach standard 6 part history, chapter number 5, religious trends in ancient India. So let's start. Student, religious means dharmic, trends means direction in ancient India. Now here are the points are given. 5.1 Jainism, 5.2 Buddhism, 5.3 Judaism, 5.4 Christianity, 5.5 Islam, 5.6 Zoroastrianism. So let's start. Towards the end of the Vedic period, the minutes detail of yajna rites acquired undue importance. Only the priestly class had knowledge of those details. Others no longer had the freedom to gain that knowledge. The Varna system restrictions become very hard in the course of time. A person's social position was decided by the Varna into which he was born rather than by his achievement. That is why from the Upanishad period we see that attempts were made to give a wider scope to religious thought and not restrict it only to yajna rites. However, the thought in Upanishad focused on the existence and nature of the soul. It was difficult for ordinary people to understand it. This gave rise to different sects that emphasized the worship of particular deities. For example, the Shiva sect of Shiva worshippers and the Vaishnava sect of the worshippers of Vishnu. Different Purans were written with reference to these deities. Certain trends around the 6th century BCE made attempts to express religious thought in such a way that the common man would understand it easily. Many people realized that every person is free to find ways of his own upliftment. This led to the establishment of new religions. These religions emphatically stated that discrimination on the basis of caste has no place in an individual's upliftment. The work of Vardhaman Mahavir and Gautam Buddha is of special importance among the proponent of new thoughts. Now, what does this paragraph means? It means minute rules of yajna and the priestly class. Priestly class means pujari class acquired undue importance. The Varna restrictions become harder. Attempts were made to give wider scope to religious thoughts from the Upanishad period, giving rise to different sects like Shera that emphasized worship of a particular deity. Realization that every person is free to seek ways for his salvation's upliftment led to the emergence of Jainism and Buddhism. These new religions stated that caste discrimination had no place in an individual's upliftment. Okay, student, now go with the paragraph 5.1 Jainism. Jainism is one of the ancient religions in India. This religion gives importance to the principle of non-violence. According to the Jain traditions, a person who reveals religious knowledge is known as a Tirthankars. There have been 24 Tirthankars in all. Vardhaman Mahavir is the 24th Tirthankars in the Jain religious traditions. Now, we are talking about Jainism. The term Jain derives from the word Jina, which means conquering the physical passions. Vardhaman Mahavir was called Jina. A person who attained Keval Dain religious knowledge is known as the Tirthankars, and there are 24 Tirthankars in Vardhaman Mahavir and all. Vardhaman Mahavir is the 24 Tirthankars in the Jain religious traditions. Okay, student. Vardhaman Mahavir. Vardhaman Mahavir 599 BCE to 527 BCE. There was a Mahajanapada known as Vriji in what is known as the state of Bihar today. Its capital was Vaishali. Vardhaman Mahavir was born in Kundagram, a part of Vaishali. His father's name was Siddharth and mother's name Trishala. Vardhaman Mahavir left his home and all comforts for the attainment of knowledge. He attained enlightenment after 12.5 years of rigorous tapa. This knowledge was pure or keval, therefore he is also known as Kevali. He was called Jina or conqueror because the joy derived from physical comforts and the discomforts felt due to undesired things had no impact whatsoever on him. The term Jain derives from the word Jina. Vardhaman is said to be Mahavir because he had the resilience, the courage to conquer all passions. After the attainment of knowledge, he preached for about 30 years to explain the essence of religion to people. To make it easy for people to understand it, he spoke to them in Ardhamagdi, a people's language. The religion that he expounded laid stress on good conduct. The essence of his teaching for good conduct is contained in the 5 great vows, Panch Maharatnas, and the 3 jewels, Triratnas. The assembly held by the Tirthankars to preach to people was known as Samavasaran in Ardhamagdi. Samavasaran was based on equality. People of all varnas had entry to it. Now we are talking about Vardhaman Mahavir. Vardhaman Mahavir was born in Kundigram near Vaishali in Vriji Mahajanapada. Siddhartha and Trishala were his father and mother. Vardhaman Mahavir had attained Keval Dhyan after rigorous tapa for 12.5 years. Vardhaman Mahavir was the 24 Tirthankars. Now teaching about Vardhaman Mahavir. He laid down 5 precepts of behavior called Panch Maharatnas to his followers. They were Ahimsa, Satya, Asatya, Aparigraha and Brahmacharya. His other principles means rules, called Triratna included Samyak Darshan, Samyak Janan and Samyak Charitra. He rejected the caste system. He declared that women also had the right to undertake tapa, seek knowledge and renounce the world. Okay, student, now the Panch Maharatna, the 5 great vows. These are rules to be followed by strictly. First, Ahimsa. Ahimsa means non-violence. No living being should be hurt, injured or harmed through one's behavior. Means no living being means being woman should not be hurt by others. Second, Satya means truth. Every speech and action should be truth. Whenever the people will talk, that is truth. Asatya, non-stealing. Asatya means theft. Taking what belongs to other without their consent is theft or stealing. Asatya means not stealing anything. Means किसी के साथ भी कुछ भी बुरा नहीं होना चाहिए. अपरिग्रह, not attachment. Man tends to accumulate property due to greed. Aparigraha means not hoarding or accumulating anything in this way. Brahmacharya, chastity. It means leaving bodily pleasure and following the vows. Following all the vows means all the rules, all the Panch Maharatna. Triratnas, the 3 jewels. The three jewels are the three principles. Samyak darshan means right faith. Samyak jnan means right knowledge. And Samyak charitra means right conduct. Samyak means balance karna. Samyak darshan to understand the truth in the preaching of the Tirthankars and to have faith in it. Samyak Jnana means studying the preaching and philosophy of the Tirthankars regularly and learning its deep meaning. Means study the preaching and philosophy of Tirthankars regularly and learning it in deep meaning. Samyak Charitra, strictly following the 5 great vows. Samyak Charitra means you have to be they have to be strictly follow the 5 great vows. Okay student, it is enough for today. We will continue in the next video. Thank you.